Your son chose his
All
side,
right.
and he chose poorly, and now he's gone.
How's
Such is the
everybody
way of
doing?
war. The sooner you
Welcome
accept
back
his
to the
loss,
channel.
the better.
Miss Hell Jumpers here. I hope you all have been doing really well lately.
My son still lives. I feel it
And
in
welcome
my
back,
heart.
guys.
So
Back
tell
right where
me,
we left off.
Battlehorns,
So,
where is he? Where are you
what we're
holding
gonna
my
be doing
son?
today is we're gonna be going over to Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm gonna check that out with this new mod list we've been
Do you
playing
believe
around
this
with.
old hag
And
holding him?
this
Why,
mod list
I've
takes
got
this
him in
game
my
to a
cellar.
completely
He's
different
my
level.
prisoner. Face it, Carl.
It still feels weird
Your
playing it.
stupid son is dead. He died
Like,
a
it's crazy.
storm-cloaked
Like, I've never
traitor.
played something
And you
like
best
this.
keep your
Like,
mouth shut
it's
before
insane.
you do something.
I love it though. It's amazing. So, shout out to the guy that created this, or the team. There's no way he did this all by himself. So. But, yep, we're gonna go over to Bleak Falls Barrow, and this is episode 2 of the series that we're doing. It's gonna be a long series. I know all these loading screens are going to be long. And something crazy, I'm playing this on a GeForce GTX 1660 GPU, which isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst. It's a pretty good GPU. Like, I can run every single game. Some games, like the brand new ones that are from like 2023, I'll have to like turn some of the settings down and play with the settings a little bit, and then I'll be good. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't have like a super beefy computer, but I have a good computer. I'd say it's like medium end. Not, it used to be a high end computer. I wouldn't say it's high end now. I'd just say it's about medium end. And once I'm sitting here playing this for a minute, it won't be as choppy. So I think we gotta level up. Let's go health. I want to check out, what is this custom skills thing? Whoa, what is this? I hope I don't get banned for that. Oh, this is so cool, man. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, so let's go with archery. Bows do 25% more damage. And what I think I'm gonna do is... Oh, this map is amazing. Where is Riverwood? Let's go over to Riverwood. I could play this game every single day, like for however many hours. I can just get lost in this game, and it is pitch black. What is it? 9:52. I think we should wait about 11 hours. I love how fast it is now. How fast you can wait.
What I would give to see her again.
Who was that? Was that him all the way over there? I have no idea who that was.
Oh, damn the leg's playing up. I should see a healer one of these days.
Who is that?
Ah, another stranger passing through Riverwood. Off on the next adventure, hmm?
You could say that.
Fair enough. But if you're seeking excitement and riches, this ain't the place, I'm afraid. Riverwood does have its charms, but I imagine they're not quite what you're looking for.
This place is about as exciting as a Hagraven's armpit.
We all have our burdens to bear, I suppose. If you wish, keep on moving. Lucan or Delphine can help you prepare for the road.
What brought you to Riverwood?
Here's the same as anywhere else, I suppose. Why not?
You just don't seem...
The Riverwood type? It's okay, stranger. I know what you mean. You're correct. I am no farmhand or errand boy. I am, or was, a soldier. But that life is behind me now. I've taken a few beatings in my time.
Sounds like a story.
You've got a good sense for it, that's for sure. I can tell you, if you'd like. But let's get somewhere more comfortable first. Come, follow me.
This is actually cool. I want to go with him and see what's up. Hold on, man. Wait for me.
There we go.
Oh, he's old. He's an old man.
I do apologize for the pace. My leg isn't quite what it used to be.
It'd be cool to have him as like a follower, you know.
There we go.
This is actually really interesting. I'm pretty sure this is one of like the new characters. One of like the voice actors. Somebody voice acted him.
There we go.
You were saying?
Let's make this absolutely clear. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but if you try
Oh, wow.
anything, I will
I did
kill
not
you.
expect
The
this.
Dominion pays well, of that I have no doubt. But even a cripple can still hold a blade.
You think I'm with the Thalmor?
Mercenaries come in many guises, so you'll have to forgive me for not taking you at your word. How much did they pay you, Your weight in jewels? The promise of an emissary's position? You're an idiot if you think the Dominion keeps its word.
Stand down, soldier. I don't serve the Dominion.
By what right do you invoke rank, stranger? What do you know of war and sacrifice?
Every day is a battle. I go where the road takes me.
Fair enough. But if you haven't chosen a side yet, you will soon. No one will be able to escape the coming war. But you seem like an alright sort. Come, let's grab a seat and I can tell you anything you want. Frankly, Oh, my leg has started acting up again. I hope you'll not begrudge a veteran for being careful, but it pays to look out for one's enemies, no matter how long it's been.
You don't think you were being a bit paranoid?
No. If there's anything I know for certain, it's that the Thalmor never forget those who cross them. Even a sleepy village like Riverwood can attract unwanted attention, if you're not careful.
What did you do to the Dominion?
The better question is, what didn't we do? I'm from a small hamlet on the edge of Alakir. Conditions could be worse than Morrowind's at times, but it was honest, and life made sense.
You sound like you miss it.
But there's too much bad blood there now. Too many bad memories. Not just me, but for us all.
What changed?
The Dominion, of course. I was still half a boy at that age. Bull-headed, rash. But I wanted to make a difference. Help the fight against elven supremacy. Ugh. Thalmor forces were already in Hammerfell before the Great War had officially started, so I began working with a local band across the Alakir. Must have been quite a shock to the elves, to come from lush grasslands and comfort to nothing but desolate wastes as far as the eye can see. Lutes and poetry weren't going to be much help there. There's an old saying that the sands swallow all. We'd use the storms to cover our approach, and strike quickly before they had a chance to react. Most of us were just pulled from local settlements. Men and women that had been thrown into warfare with only basic martial training. But we made it work. Fought as hard as anything to keep our home.
Man, like, talking to this guy, like, it's crazy. Like, Skyrim was immersive before, don't get me wrong. But this mod list has taken immersion to a completely new level. Like, you can sit here and just imagine actually seeing everything that this guy's talking about. It's crazy.
For a time, we had some close calls, and magic is always an unknown in combat. But we fought hard, won a few victories, even joined a battle near the entrance of Montelion. That was chaos if I ever saw it. Soon enough, the locals who had barely learned to hold the right end of a blade were veterans, forged through blood and war.
You must have been proud.
Of course, we might not have known each other at the start, but going through that together brought a kind of bond, a mutual understanding of everything we'd been through and faced.
What happened next?
Good soldiers are worth their weight in gold. Soon enough, we went our separate ways, summoned off to different patrols. The war was gripping all of Tamriel by this point, and even the nobles understood that we couldn't be getting much help from the outside. I had taken a poison arrow during one of the last night raids, and was recovering in Sentinel. A short respite from battle, but a welcomed one. As any soldier can tell you, you take whatever sleep you can get. A lot of wounded in the city, but the guard kept it together, and the Dominion off our backs.
But that wasn't the end for you.
No. In fact, it was quite the opposite. While recovering and visiting some friends, I was approached by one of the forebears. The siege had recently been broken, and finally it seemed like the two were going to get their heads out of the sand. She was old blood, respected in the city, and as a joint effort with the Crowns, they organized a war band. By Satakal, it seemed someone got the idea that I should be picked to lead them.
That's quite an offer.
It was. Something like that doesn't come around every day. Strictly need to know, armed with the best gear Hammerfell Gold could buy, to strike fear in any who dared to cross into our lands.
And you accepted?
Of course. I may have been injured, but those few weeks hadn't made me go soft. I was eager to get back into the field and tear the Dominion a new one. We shook hands, and the next day I went to meet them. My people. We met in an old ruin beneath the city, only a few guards on hand. Introductions were made, plans laid out, and we toasted, even as Dominion spells pummeled the gates outside. As for my fellows, well, I could tell we were going to get along just fine. We headed out next morning.
What were they like?
Some of the finest men and women I've ever known. War has a tendency to make or break a person, but these ones... I don't know if you fought in a war, traveler. Real war. But if you're lucky, every once in a while, you'll come into contact with someone who just has it. Skill, luck, bit of the gods on their side. I don't know, but each and every one of them was like fury itself in battle. We were the very best Hammerfell had to offer, and we were going to make Thalmor pay their tribute in blood.
Tell me about them.
Our frontal team was led by an enormous Pomarat, gold flecks tinting a mane that had been decades in the making. From what I've heard, they're a rare sight outside of the Khajiit's homeland, but if you saw him fight, you'd understand why I was glad to have him on our side. A lot of great warriors out there, but few would dare risk locking blades with someone like him. More than once, he'd lean forward and sink his fangs into the enemy's face. Rip their throat out, even. The Thalmor never saw it coming. Outside of battle, though, Saja was a quiet one. He was content to keep watch while the rest of us slept, meditating under the moons.
Who else?
Alongside Saja and I, there was an old man, Orlund, disgraced son of one of the minor houses, or some such thing. It didn't seem to matter to him, of course, and certainly not us, but by the sands could that man fight. The art has been lost to history for as long as anyone can remember, but he captured even the smallest fragment of what the Arnshai once were. Sword singers. Never seen anyone before or since handle a blade quite like he could. The damn fool could be grouchy, and wave take you if you interrupted his battle preparations. But he was a dear friend. Not content to live out his days in bed, he fought to the last.
What about the others?
With the three of us diving into the thick of it, we had support from all sides to protect our flank. First was the Bosmer, Niels. I've never been to Valenwood, but the way he held a bow was a work of art. He was small, but he could use that to his advantage, dropping down before a patrol even had a chance to react. Before he'd even touched the ground, 3 arrows would find their mark. But he was always disappointed it couldn't be 4. A bit mad. He loved taking scalps wherever he could, but he moved like water and saved our hides on more than one occasion. Next was Kara, Altimer battle mage.
In Altmer?
Yes, surprising, no? Fate must have had a sense of humor, sending someone of that caliber into the arms of the Resistance. She could tear any of her kin apart with a spell, and took pleasure in it too. Kara never told us what had brought her from Alinor, but then again, we never asked. She was a firebrand, all right, and gods protect you if you said anything about her heritage or homeland.
But you tolerated her all the same.
Of course. She made her allegiance clear from the moment we met, and we never had any reason to doubt her. It was always very matter-of-fact with her. Anything that needed to be done, got done. She'd crawl out of oblivion itself if it'd get her home back.
Was there anyone else? And one thing, guys, I'm sorry if you don't really like to see or watch conversations like with NPCs like what I'm doing right now, but I hope you guys find this as interesting as I do, because this is amazing. Was there anyone else?
There was Sunvar. I suppose you'd call him our healer, although he personally hated the term. Sure, he knew some restoration magic and could whip up a poultice in the field, but his real skill laid in alchemy. More than once, we'd stop on the road only to find that he wandered off to collect supplies a few leagues back. Oils, poison, explosives, you name it. He had a knack for the stuff, surprising for a Nord, but that was our merry band all around, wasn't it? Finally, there was Tanwin, the only one I knew before the war, but I would prefer not to speak of her.
That's quite the party.
We were a family of sorts. Any commander can send new blood to their death. I suppose it was a luxury that I could come to know them at all. Trust them. Madness had brought us together, but they were all good people. Honest. Even under difficult conditions, there was never a shred of doubt. I've been fortunate to fight alongside people I'd gladly die for. Even more so, to have walked away from that war at all.
What about your objectives?
It was simple, really. Disrupt Dominion activities wherever we could. At first it was mostly helping protect the roads or the occasional emissary. As the war progressed, we were given more specific tasks. Sabotage and the like. Extinguishing fires, slitting throats as the Thalmor slept, and disappear before the first light. Soon enough, a bit of a legend began to develop. The ghosts of Ban Karai. Deadly wraiths waiting in the reaches of the Alakir.
Did you like the name?
I believe it was the locals that had started the tale. A superstition after patrols no doubt failed to return. It was all nonsense, of course, but as far as we were concerned, anything to shake the Dominion's resolve had its uses. No one, no matter how skilled at tracking, knows the wastes better than my people, and we used that to our advantage, but we referred to ourselves by our own name. Enough time has passed that the name is now only that, but once the Resistance only had to utter it to make captured spies cave. Huh.
A reputation that was well deserved, I take it.
We weren't suited to attrition or open warfare. Thousands and thousands charging at each other in an open plain. Our strengths lay in quick, ruthless attacks. Give everything we had and move out before any scouts nearby showed. A fireball to scatter mounted soldiers, arrows from an elevated point. Then the rest of us moved in to clear up. The Thalmor showed no mercy, so why would we show them any in return?
You did what needed to be done. There's no shame in that.
You understand. Good. Hesitation, empathy. All these things are luxuries. Perhaps things could have gone a different way, but we did what we needed to do. Only nobles in their comfortable manners have the time to debate right and wrong. The rest of us just have to live with it.
But you continued to fight.
Yes. By then it seemed like all Tamriel had fought to a standstill, but the war just dragged on. Our party was moving around Hammerfell more freely, but we could only be in one place at a time. Let one village burn so you can help protect another. Assault a war party or keep the Thalmor scouts blind. 100 lives or 1,000. Simple choices, but so much more to consider. In any case, that's how it was. One morning, we must have been camped by a small oasis. A rider came charging up. We received letters from Sentinel and other cities before, of course, but this was unexpected.
What did it say?
We had been ordered to a small village on the border with Cyrodiil to await members of the Dominion Command passing through. Our contact was a bard of all things, a young Imperial woman by the name of Lavella Dientis. She had been scouting the place out before our arrival.
Must have been wary walking into a trap.
Of course, but the letter was legitimate, and we weren't exactly in a position to refuse with the war going on. Within a couple of days, we'd left the wastes of the Alakir behind us and headed for greener pastures.
What happened next?
When we arrived, it was late at night, but that gave us a bit of time to check the place out. Calling it a village was certainly generous. It was more of a loose collection of hovels than anything else. A couple of houses, a run-down farm on the eastern edges, and your typical tavern to pull it together. Nothing out of the ordinary. Next morning, we headed in and visited the tavern. Our illustrious contact was dressed in finery, playing to bleary-eyed peasants. It was all very surreal.
What were they like?
Mostly farmers. They appeared to tolerate Dientis' presence as long as she steered clear enough to let them drink in peace. I don't know much about lutes and singing, but she was clearly skilled. Why it was her, someone who'd draw the attention of everyone within 100 leagues as our contact, though, was beyond me. Anyway, despite some misgivings, there was no sign of the Dominion, and the innkeeper's family were decent folk as we settled in.
Did Lavella have any information?
Surprisingly, yes. The letter did turn up something we could use. Dientis told us that a group of emissaries and nobility from Alinor had been traveling with a larger force through the east of Hammerfell. However, the force had split off to move into Skyrim, so these nobles were moving to an encampment in southern Cyrodiil, right into our path.
A good opportunity for some payback.
Exactly. And after trudging through the desert, each and every one of us was eager to take that opportunity.
I can imagine.
Dianthus was eager to get it done and leave the place, but we enjoyed some brief respite. Each day we checked the roads, using the woods to stay unseen. Then, well, the time finally came.
What happened?
As I said, the village was no fortress. There were some makeshift stables that could provide cover from arrows, but not a whole lot else. Most of the villagers heeded my warning and left before the Dominion arrived, but the innkeeper was stubborn. Said that he wouldn't move, even if Baal himself was coming. We decided that the best way to draw them out would be to stage an attack in the woods and bring them into the village. Close quarters would be our advantage, and hopefully give us enough time to deal with any spells. Dianthus volunteered to play victim of a bandit attack, a little too eagerly, actually. But she was our best hope for getting their attention. All that was left to do was move into position. I waited inside the inn with Saja and Sunvar to play the part of drunken bandits, getting fat off the latest raid and hopefully enough to get the Dominion's attention.
What about the others?
Arlund was dressed as a blind old traveler, nursing a drink on the ground just outside with Nilus on the roof or the stables nearby. Kara had a Justicar's outfit, so would move in with the rest of the group as they approached the village. Tanwyn, well, she wanted to sit by me, act as the concubine to my dastardly bandit leader.
Did the plan work?
No. Almost from the moment we put it into motion, things began to spin out of control. We had assumed that, once we got their attention, the group would move into the village as one. The Altimer work as single parties. They're not suited to scouting or smaller warbands. They use the Barsmur or Khajiit for that. Numbers weren't a problem provided we could use the surroundings to our advantage. But it was going to be a tough fight. You can imagine what it was like when two Justicars rode in ahead of the group, just as we were getting ready.
What did you do?
The only thing we could do. Stick to the plan and hope that Dianthus would draw in the rest of them. All of us knew the risks, knew what we were in for. But when the two Justicars walked in, no one dared to even breathe.
Why didn't you just kill them?
I certainly considered it, but had they managed to get a spell off, it would scatter the rest of the group. Or at the very least, it would blow our disguises trying to deal with the bodies. It wasn't easy, but we had to keep going. The innkeeper could tell something was wrong, but served up the Justicar some drinks. With Satakal's eyes on our side, they'd soon leave or be too drunk to react when we did attack. But those two elves, they decided to come and sit with us instead.
A turn for the worse.
I could see that Tanwyn wanted to reach across and throttle them. The Justicars just sat down and struck up a conversation. I remember I kept looking between the door, straining to hear any movement outside, and Saja, who had one hand on their blade. But the Justicars just sat there, ordering more drinks. Maybe they could see we were on edge. Perhaps they just didn't care. Either way, we weren't going anywhere.
How did you get out of it?
The innkeeper was ready to move at a moment's notice, but the Altimer didn't budge. Those of us inside the inn kept up the act as the Justicars continued to drink and drink. We might have been able to kill them, but it was too much of a risk. Suddenly we heard the bulk of the group moving in. It seemed Dianthus had kept her word after all. With no sign of Nilus or Kara, I assumed they were in position and ready to go. The group had arrived, and after a brief pause, a few of the nobles walked in, ordering some wine that the innkeeper had prepared for them especially. They glanced at Saja out of curiosity, but there was no sign they recognized us.
What about the two sitting at your table?
They were well and truly drunk by that point, having a jest with Sunvar, who was just staring at them, his jaw clenched. The Dominion relaxed, and I could even hear one of the guards outside talking with Arlund.
What happened next?
A Justicar on the table opposite sat down and pulled down her hood, revealing Kara beneath. She was anxious, but there was no way we could talk without drawing unwanted attention. Something was wrong and we were in deep. It was going to get bloody. The only question was when.
But you still had the advantage, didn't you?
Maybe, but it had been a mistake to draw the Altmer into the tavern. I, had underestimated what they'd do. Still, we sat there until one of the nobles came shambling over and started flirting with Tanwyn. Clearly they thought we were simple travelers, and thought to buy a night with her using gold. I kept up the gruff bandit act, giving him some excuse that she was mine or whatever. But he kept pushing. Tanwyn was so tense I thought she was about to snap, but brushed it off, until the noble leaned forward and put his hand on her thigh. Tanwyn pushed him off of her in disgust, and suddenly, everyone was on their feet.
What happened next?
I've been lucky enough to walk away from many situations that would have killed another, but nothing could prepare someone for something like that. Perhaps it was our fault for not moving sooner, for not calling the whole thing off. Perhaps it had been doomed from the start. But it doesn't matter. It was too late. The Thalmor were ready to go, the noble indignant at some dog and his whore for refusing the likes of him. There was no turning back. 3 arrows came tearing through the open windows, hitting the drunks and then the noble, right through the throat. As everyone drew their weapons, I threw my weight forwards, flipping the table onto its side as a bolt of electricity crackled against it. That damn innkeeper had managed to time his throws with Kara, using some cheap bottles to throw on the elves while she followed up with a fireball. As the smell of burnt flesh assailed us, Tanwyn and I leapt out of the nearest window, with Saja, bloody and enraged, not far behind.
How many were there?
It was better than I was expecting, worse than I hoped. Our Lund stood over 2 soldiers that had been standing guard, but more Thalmor were already running towards us. I could see Nilus on the roof nearby picking off as many as he could, but we were going to be overrun, and there was only one way out. Sunvar stepped out, his hands bloodied from beating one of the drunkard's skulls, with the wounded innkeeper in tow. The heat from behind us was overwhelming, but we drew our weapons to meet the oncoming horde.
The final stand. Or a good death. A good death.
I wish it had been. There was no way we'd be able to make it to the trees, and the horses the Dominion had arrived on were long gone. We stood back to back, but it was not enough. Our Lund was the first to fall, an arrow through the shoulder, and then a charger's sword. One of the battle mages collapsed the roof under Nilus, and I heard him cry as the soldiers moved in. Sunvar. He fought through the pain, wielding whatever he could get after losing his weapon. He fell with his kinsman, the innkeeper, teeth clenched in a blinding fury as he pushed his fingers as far as he could into a noble's eye sockets. Tanwyn and I were protecting each other's flanks, our sabers bloodied by elven filth. But no matter how hard we fought, it wasn't enough. One by one, I watched my party die, even as more of the Dominion poured into the village ruins. Saja, right until the end, fought like one of the gods themselves. Warhammer, claws, teeth, whatever that damn Khajiit could do. But one of the Justicars blinded him with a flask, and a group of them managed to overwhelm Kara before she could help.
You fought valiantly. Few can say the same.
For all the difference it made.
How did you survive?
Bloodied and near collapsing from exhaustion, I could see some of the Altimer commanders just standing there on the edge of the village, waiting for us to either submit or die. I received an arrow through my shoulder, and then my leg for my stubbornness, and could no longer fight. Tanwyn, she tried to pull my broken arse back to safety, but one of the elves ran her through when her back was turned. The sound of combat died away, and for a few moments we just lay there on the ground, waiting for the end to come. My apologies, traveler. I need a moment. And a drink.
Wow, man.
What brings you to Riverwood?
Are you alright?
Yes. You'll have to forgive me. It seems retelling this was more difficult than I expected. It's been a long time.
Of course.
I could hear Tanwyn wheezing. A terrible, airy noise as she breathed through her wounds. The blood was pouring out of me just as fast. As for the Thalmor, they pulled back, but I could hear someone approaching. One of their commanders came into view. At first I thought he was going to finish us off, but he just stood there, his brow furrowed, staring down at us as if he'd never seen a person die before, as if we were objects for him to study. But in the end, there was nothing I could do. I used the last of my strength to pull myself over to where Tanman was lying. We'd come from the same village, fought for years at each other's side. She managed to squeeze my hand softly, just once, before I heard her breathe her last. Then darkness took me.
Do you think Diantis betrayed you?
Possibly. I suppose the hardest part is that I'll never know. She disappeared, never to be heard of again. Perhaps she did keep her word, but was killed herself. Maybe she thought we could deal with the larger force. Maybe the group we were to intercept had changed, or someone tipped them off we were in the area. Or maybe there was no Lavella Diantis. It was a Dominion ruse from the beginning. It doesn't matter anymore. What's done is done.
What happened next?
I awoke to find myself chained to the back of a rusted cage. I was delirious, half dead really, and the agony of losing all of them had taken its toll. But still, somehow I clung to life. It was slow and painful. But as the Dominion crowed over their new prisoner, I began to recover. Eventually, I was handed over to a scouting band and taken to one of their camps.
What was it like after you'd been captured?
Your average prison is usually just an extension of the local fort or castle. A couple of cells chiseled out of the walls with some guards to patrol it. The Dominion, though, they built them to last. No doubt with magic at their aid, the camps were designed to be in the most hostile areas available, ensuring that if someone did manage to escape, they wouldn't make it on their own. I spent the first few months carefully examining the defenses. It'd be no easy task. Large, reinforced metal barriers, 3 rings deep, kept everyone locked tightly behind them. Spells or explosives would have barely made a dent. And the Justicars were everywhere, always watching. Some people would crack just under the stress. Then there were the beatings, torture, executions. The Dominion prides itself on being cultured and superior. But in reality, this is just a facade. They may be even more cruel than the Dwemer.
I can imagine.
Life in the camps wasn't so bad at first. They bring you just enough food to keep you alive. A mysterious slop that tastes like boiled leather. I was in a bunker with about 100 others. Mostly Redguards, but there were some orcs as well. Even a Bosmer, though he didn't last long. As you slowly begin to waste away, the lethargy ensures that prisoners are docile. Then, your biggest enemy is time. But every now and again, there needed to be a reminder of how things worked, the established order. It was a couple of weeks after I'd been captured before I saw this demonstrated. The Justicars came into each bunker in force and pulled us all out in the middle of the night. Some of us didn't even have time to dress, and the Alakir can be very cold at night.
What happened?
They brought out a Khajiit, pathetic little thing, whimpering and emaciated. They looked like they were close to death as it is. After a short speech from the camp's captain, a group of Justicars set to work on that poor cat. No magic at first, just beating every inch of them. And we just stood there, silent, except for the cries as the Khajiit was beaten to death. That is what the Thalmor had reduced us to.
Why? What purpose did it serve?
I don't know, but it was unnecessary and cruel. Sometimes it wasn't even prompted. Maybe our captors just got bored. Whatever it was, it always ended the same way. Anyone who made a sound, cried out, who dared to show their humanity, they were taken away and we never saw them again. Married couples had the worst of it, since the Thalmor would separate us out. Everyone knew what they were doing, but we couldn't lift a finger. Some of the guards would even walk past the bunkers deliberately and just smile. To have your heart's desire in reach, your very being screaming out to protect the one you love, and you can't do a thing. Another time, one sadistic mage in particular forced us all to watch as he flayed the scales off an Argonian with his dagger. Heard he's an emissary now, toasting with the nobles in Alinor.
The Thalmor show no mercy, and we offer them none in return.
How could they watch on, I wondered. Not just my kinsmen, but all of Tamriel. Everyone knew what was happening, knew it was wrong, but they did nothing. Why? Because in the end, it's not the Thalmor who we struggle against, but ourselves. And apathy, traveler, is death. Even now, here in the free north, no one pays any mind when someone gets taken in the night, whisked away to an untimely end in Northwatch. Life just goes on.
How did you escape in the end?
I didn't. I spent a better part of 2 years in that cursed place. 2 years. Small amount of time for some, but many good people went behind those gates. Few returned. By the time the resistance rolled through, the Great War had already ended. The Dominion was pulling its forces back. Talks had begun over the Concordat. All very neat for the nobles in Imperial City, but they hadn't lived through what we'd seen. Those who could still stand ran to the gates, braced strangers. So glad to see anyone other than a cursed Altmer. Many were so weak, however, they couldn't even stand up. They just stared at you. Hollow, empty eyes.
What about you?
I was fortunate enough to have some strength left. My leg had been broken in a beating, but I could still walk. The moment I stepped out of the gates, I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried. I wept for my brothers and sisters, for our home, for all that had perished at the Dominion's hands. It was morning then, looking out at the sun poking over the edge of the horizon, illuminating the sands. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Freedom. They had beaten us, they'd tortured us, but they hadn't broken us. After everything we endured, there was victory in that, I think. I stayed to help my kinsmen nurse those who were in need of care back to health, or at least ease their passing. Bit by bit, the camp was torn down and we scattered to the winds along with it. Nothing remains of what stood there now.
Thank you for trusting me with your story. I'm honored.
You're very welcome. But we've been here for a while, no? I'm sure you'd wish to return to the road, or whatever it is you adventurers do. You were kind to listen to an old fool indulge in some memories. The older you get, the more you'll realize that's all you have. Take care, traveler. And, as a friend of mine used to say, may the road lead you to warm sands.
I wish we could make
Greetings
him
to
a
you.
follower, man.
Greetings to you. Greetings to you.
Oh, Lord. That is just amazing. Like, we stayed out here, I think we talked to him for like over 30 minutes, it had to be. But man, that was amazing. I really wish we could, oh, secret chest. Oh my god. Blade of Debella? A tomahawk? Ooh, it's so sweet, man. Whoa. Summon Daedra up to level 12 or sent back to Oblivion. That's so cool. That knife is awesome. I want to check out this tomahawk. Wow. Up to Bleak Falls Barrow we go. Let me hit a save right quick. I want to apologize, guys, just in case that you didn't like that we talked to that guy for so long. But like me, I loved it, man. It was amazing. That was awesome. really wish we could make him a follower. Like, seriously. Oh, I see you. Let's just hope I can. Boom. That was a piss poor attempt. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I don't even think we're getting close to this. Oh, come on, bro. I'm keeping it to that last red color because there we go. Uh-oh, they're coming now. Oh, they're coming now. Okay, I want to try out this tomahawk. That was awesome. Oh Lord. Was that all? This thing is amazing, man. It's on fire. Where's that other one that I killed? They're over here somewhere. There they are. That's skooma. So I don't have any. I like the looks of this fur hood. Alright. Oh, those are all my missed arrows. I don't know how I did not reach this person at first. What do we got in here? Coin purse. Oh, what's back here? Clothes iron? Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna take this book. Oh, just took an empty wine bottle on accident. It'll be okay. Taking us some mead. Iron boots of resist fire. I hear that wolf. Ooh. What's in these sacks? Sugar, salt pile, sack of wheat flour. Let's check this out. What is that? Bandit archer. Look at the bodies burning. So cool. Oh, I think he saw me. No way. Oh, Jesus.
Do your worst.
Oh my God.
You won't get the best of me! Ah!
Dude just used a healing potion, dude. Okay, let's try some booze. Oh, he was no match for it, bro. Man, this animation is awesome. Oh, we got us an archer? Yeah, let's have a little battle then. Let's have an archery battle, bro. I can see that you suck. And so do I. Oh, Jesus. I thought I just flew off the cliff. Hit you. Just wait till that red one. I want to see how much damage it'll really do. Yoink. Killed him. We level up. Ice Wolf Skin Cloak. I hear somebody running towards me. I can still hear those wolves. Are they like stalking me or something? Man, we're finding septums like really easily. I like it.
You can't hide from me.
There you are.
Tell you what,
Well,
You
so
won't
can't-
start running so I can stab you in the back.
Oh, never, never.
It's nothing!
You're gonna die for that.
Bro, this magic is gonna kill me. Oh, Jesus. Quick save right here. Come on.
You're dead. You hear me? Dead!
Okay, come on, hit me. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. He's gonna kill me. I'm dead.
What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do?
I'm so dead. Do we have any potions? Do we have any food? I would rather not die to this guy. But if I die,
pleasure.
so be it.
Tiresome day.
Bandit dialogue is awesome right now. Like, this mod list literally gets every single little detail. Bro, like every single... Oh, get off me. I'm just gonna run away. And I'm gonna pick him off with a bow. From long distance. But in case they want to follow me, come on. I'll gladly pick you off over here into the woods. Dude, his health is insane. Or maybe I just need to find a better bow somewhere. Are they gonna chase me? Yeah, they are. Oh, come on, man. Bro, he's gonna kill me every time, dude. I hate...
Pedro, what a day.
This is gonna... I'm dying to some bandits like it's nothing. Maybe I should have got a little bit stronger before I came here, but it'll be okay. I'm not gonna do anything but run.
You hear me?
I'm just gonna run away. You gonna chase me all the way out here? I don't think you will. But we shall see. Okay, so he didn't chase me. Now, I'm gonna level up, get some more health. My archery hasn't gone up yet. And we will do one-handed weapons for 25% more damage. And we're going to sneak back over here. And then I'm going to save right here, so if I die, I will respawn with health and from a good distance. Because I don't want to get anywhere close to these guys. I'm going to try not to. There's one. Let's try to get him from back here. Why won't it shoot my arrows? Oh, come on, dude. Dude. Come on! Oh. Okay. Oh, dude. This archer is killing me. Oh, let's go. Now I can save right here too. Because both of them on me at once will... I'll probably die every single time. Let's see what he's got. Picked him off easily. So a nicely timed arrow while sneaking will be the way that we can win this. Let's slowly sneak up here. Slowly, nice and...
There?
Bro, where did all three of them come from? What? There's 4 people! Where did they come from? Okay.
I'm gonna kill you. You're making me angry.
Come on, come on!
If I can just kill this mage.
You're a fool to test me. Last mistake. It's nothing.
Die, bro. Die. I'm gonna die. God
That's the last of
damn it, man. This is gonna be tougher than I thought. I have no idea where those 3 other people came from. Like, Jesus Christ. I haven't even gotten into Bleak Falls Barrow yet, and this is already an hour-long episode, bro. Oh, this is starting to anger me. How many times am I gonna have to do this? Like... Are we not strong enough to come into here yet? Like... Come on. Bro. Okay, can you not jump, dude? Okay, whatever. Let me see if I've got...
Is someone there?
Okay, I think I'm just gonna get wrecked again, dude. There's those dogs. They're dogs. I thought they were wolves. Dude, I'm gonna die again, dude. Like, I'm gonna die so much faster this time, bro. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Let's go.
Another day,
So it killed.
another victory.
Oh my god, bro. Come on. Like. Just run away. Bro, can I unsneak so I can run? Like, what is this, dude? Bro, I can't. I can't unsneak so I can run. They're just gonna chase me down and kill me. Like, come on, dude, get up. Oh, this is so fucking annoying, dude. This is starting to really piss me off. Like, can I please unsneak so I can run or what? Okay, bro, whatever. Let me just go in here and die again. My arrows don't even show up anymore. Come on, bro. Like, just hit him one time. Can't even get up. Like, I'm just stuck sneaking. It's really fucking annoying. If I can kill this guy, it won't be that bad. If he's sitting here using fucking healing potions, dude. Come on, bro. Like, starting to piss me the fuck off. Okay, bro. I've almost got him, dude. Okay, I'm just gonna go in here sneaking around because I can't stand up. Motherfucker, bro. I can't stand up. Like, this shit's glitched, bro. Can't even do anything against these guys, dude. Like, I'm gonna have to turn the difficulty down like a bot, dude. I am a noob. I'm a noob. I have to turn the difficulty down because I'm just gonna die and die and die and die every single time. Oh my god, and this shit is still glitched, dude. I can't get up. Like, I'm just stuck sneaking. Let me try to hook up a controller or something. Because, like, I'm literally stuck sneaking, and it's so annoying. It's starting to really piss me off. I'm still stuck sneaking. Like, am I gonna have to sneak this entire time or something? I can't even pick up arrows or anything anymore. Oh my lord, man. This is so annoying. Let me get up, bro. Oh. Wait, I need that soul gem. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and call me a noob. I know I'm trash, bro. I can't even. I know I'm trash. I can't play the game normally. Turn down the difficulty. Still stuck. Oh my god, man. Like, I just want to be able to unsneak and shit, bro. Like, it's so annoying, honestly. Motherfucker, man. It's so fucking annoying. If I try to reload the game, it's gonna be like a 10-minute wait. Because all the like it's over like 1900 mods. It's gonna take a while to load up. Okay. Can I not even get in here now? Seriously? Dude, come on, bro. Come on. Like, dude, I can't even open up this. Probably because I'm fucking snaked. Well, guys, I guess I'm gonna end it here. I know this was a lame, boring episode, but it's gonna take a few episodes to get it picked up and everything, get it rolling. So I will catch you guys in episode 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign out here, guys. So I hope you all have a good one. I hope you all enjoyed. Peace out, guys.